I like to customize my decorations by making signs for the holidays, and we have a Graph Tech studio machine, but you can use your Cricut machine or you can use your Silhouette, whatever you have at home. My husband makes t-shirts, so this studio was already available to me to use, but it's similar to using the Silhouette. You create your design on the computer and then you send it over to your machine to cut. And right now it's in a very low setting. I think my husband is working on an intricate design, so I didn't change the settings. But for the sticker, you don't have to do a mirror effect. You can just do a straight cut because you're going to be transferring this over to whatever you're going to use to transfer this image to. You can either just leave the sticker as is, or you can use it as a template to paint it, which is what I'm going to use it for. I got a 2 feet by 4 feet board at Home Depot. It ran me about $8 or $9. It's a 1/4 of an inch thick, and I like using it because it does have a smooth finish. So my plan is to place the sticker on that board once it's already painted. So the letters of this sticker is already painted, and then I'm just going to use a spray paint and spray the whole thing, and then I'll just peel that sticker off. And it's worked really well in the past. You can either do it this way or you can do the inverse, where you would take the words out and then you would transfer that whole sticker, and then you would paint the letters in. I don't know if that makes sense, but you're then going to use this tape to adhere your sticker to so that you can transfer it over. This is called a transparent application tape. It's really big. I've had it for a long time and it lasts forever. So what you have to do is just roll it out and then place that sticky backing on top of your sticker so that way you can stick the letters onto the application tape. You're then going to use a squeegee to really press on those letters so they can adhere to that tape, and just press it firmly. And somehow I managed to have a little piece of wood in there for some reason, but you just smooth it on so that it can stick to that sticky backing tape, and then that way when you transfer it over, all your letters will be on that backing. Originally I had the design all together, but I ended up going with a bigger font for Wonderful, and then it's the most time of the year. I did it separately because I also wanted to get some snowflakes in. So I'm just showing you how it peels off, and the blade just cuts enough to get the letters cut, and the backing is still intact for that sticker. Because this is a fairly big sticker, I am working in sections, so I am putting it's the most and time of the year on this separate piece of adhesive tape, and then I'm also cutting the snowflakes individually so that I can map out where I want them once I already have a Wonderful on the board, and then I can arrange where I want everything just so it's just the right way, because if I do one large sticker, it's really hard to work with and it's hard to get it straight. So it's better to work in sections so that you can ensure that your letters are going to be level. Now that I have my sticker cut out, I brought in the board that I'm going to be placing the sticker on. And I know that I can't place the sticker wonderful right in the center because it's gonna look higher instead of being more centered in the frame. So the letters are roughly about 4 to 5 inches in height. So I just cut that in half and I added just about 2 inches, 2.5 inches to that measurement. So instead of my 2 feet in height, I went a foot and added, took out maybe 2 inches just so that I can have that more centered in the frame. I did a very light pencil mark just as a reference guide when I placed the sticker. I have a tendency to put stickers very crooked, so it was very important to have a very light straight line so that when you place your sticker down, you have a good reference to place it down. And here it is on the board. As you can see, it's a huge font, and it's actually very hard to work with because some letters are already higher than others, and that's just how the font is. But I really like how it looks. The other thing is the edges. I am gonna add a frame to this board. So I want this to be even on both sides, and I think it was 5.5 inches on each side where it became the X's on the edges of the frame. So I just wanted to ensure that I had that, and I just did a very light pencil mark again so that I know where exactly I need to place my sticker down from each side. And now I'm placing it starting on that little mark and then really trying to see that pencil mark where it is straight, because once this sticker's down, it's going to be very hard for you to be able to make any correction at this point. I also measured for the top and for the bottom where those letters were gonna go. So I just sped this up because it's gonna be a very long video if I record the whole thing. But it kind of gives you an idea that everything has to be nice and leveled. And here I'm just mapping out where I'm gonna put my snowflakes. And I'm gonna also place those down as well. Here's a little close-up of what it looks like once you peel the backing out. You can see that the sticker is stuck onto that adhesive tape, but it's still transferable. And once you press down with that squeegee on that board, it's going to be stuck on that wood, and you don't even have to do too much to make it stick to that surface. And once you peel that front backing off, it just stays on there. It's perfect for making signs, whether you're going to use it as a sticker for the sign or if you're going to use it to paint. As you can see, it looks really neat in black and white as well. So now I'm out in the garage and I am going to spray paint my whole board because I want the whole thing to be actually green and the letters are going to stay white. So just make sure that when you put your sticker down, there's no gaps between the surface and the sticker, because paint will get underneath that. And I did have one small section that got paint underneath. But overall, it was a really good image, very sharp. I love using spray paint because it does really have a crisp edge. Whereas when you roll on paint, I don't know why, but sometimes you do get some paint underneath unless you use some sort of varnish between the tape and the surface. You won't get as sharp lines as you will with spray paint. So there it is, all done, and I just made a very quick frame with my miter saw, cutting 45-degree angles on each corner, and then I also stained the wood with I think it was American walnut. I can't remember the stain name, But as you can see, there are some spots that when I peeled off the sticker, some of the wood came off with it. It was really adhered to it. But overall, it came out really good. I'll just touch it up with some white paint and I'm all done. I really like how the mantle turned out this year. I know that I saw a sign at Target, I think it was $50, but it was much smaller than the one I made. Thank you for watching. I may do one more video for my outside decor for this Christmas coming up.